Kansas Speedway is the next stop on the FedEx Nationwide Series, the second leg of the triple header. It's the running of the Camping World RV 300, and of course, Camping World also sponsors the Casual GTX Cup Series race, the Camping World RV 400, which will be coming up. On the pole for today's race is Dion Scott, number 88. Alongside of him, Lisa Shears in a 70 car. Row 2 has Roy Vanderveen in 54 and the 43 of Adrian Becker. Then it's Samuel Mills and Tim Waycross in the third row. Row 4, Skylar Harris and David Burton. And row 5, the car he calls Jenny Joe, Joshua Collard, and the 00 of Logan Wilson. Here's the command to fire him up here at Kansas.
Drivers, start your engines.
And giving the priority engines. Next row down, row number 6 has Charles Jackson on the 5 and the 87 of Ed Gardner. Then it's DeMarcus Brown, 66, and the 62 of Jared Stone. And then it's Nicholas Guerrero in the 60 and the 52 of Dylan Hughes, our winner at Dover. Here comes the command to fire him up. Here comes the command. Here comes the field coming down corner number 4. Excuse me, I can't talk today. Green flag waves, and here we go at Kansas. Sorry, I had to leave there for a minute there, guys. The phone was ringing, so I just didn't know who it was. Anyway, Dion Scott has got the jump here as he goes in turn number 1. Roy Vanderveen runs in second position now. Third is the 31 of Samuel Mills. Then it's Skylar Harrison fourth as Dion Scott takes the lead. He'll lead the first lap of the race. Tim Waycross in the 27 inside of Lisa Shears in the 70. And Joshua Collard on the inside in that 13 car. Joshua trying to get himself back in the points contention here at Kansas. And so far, Jenny Joe has visited Victory Lane 4 times this season. Two of them on short tracks and 2 of them on road courses. Tim Waycross on the 27. Roy Collard moved Waycross up the track. And Joshua Collard being followed by the 5 of Charles Jackson. And Dion Scott looking pretty good right now. He's still running the leader of the race. And Skylar Harris moves Roy Vanderveen up the track. And now he's going to bring Joshua Collard with him in the 13 car. Scott moving down to corner number 4. Let's see what his lap this time by. His last lap this time by over 187 miles per hour. Very fast here at Kansas. Dion Scott had the lead of the race there, but now Skylar Harris takes it away in the number 22 car. Dion down in second position. Third is now Joshua Collard in the 13. And Joshua Collard, he's running very strong here. He moves Dion Scott up the track in the 88 car. Check the middle of the pack of the race right there. There's Jared Stone moving around the 32 of Jeffrey Finn guy. Dylan Hughes, he's not having a good day. He's running last place right now. Adrian Becker, she slid back in the 43 car. She's running. See where she's at this time by. Joseph Bryant, the 18, going to have to go inside of her. Adrian in 26th place. Lisa Shears in the 70 car is also sliding back. The Johanna Long car for ML Motorsports. She runs 24th right now. Lisa does. Right now, it's still Skylar Harris up front, but Joshua Collard, he's pretty hungry right there in that 13 car, looking for the lead here at Kansas. We mentioned, of course, in the Truck Series, this is the home state of Jennifer Jo Cobb, the car owner of the 13. Of course, that's why Joshua Collard has nicknamed the car Jenny Jo. And right now, he takes Jenny Jo to the number 1 here at Kansas Speedway, and it will lead the lap here. So 5 bonus points for Joshua Collard. He's slid back in the points just a little bit, but he's still in the top 10. But Tim Waycross in the 27 car, he's moving inside of Skylar Harris, and he got about a 5-car train for the lead. 6 is that. In fact, if Jack Richards can get up behind the 5 of Charles Jackson. And there's the Ed Gardner and Nicholas Guerrera and Mitchell Jones fighting back there for position. That's for the 7th spot. And Tim Waycross has been moved up to the track now. And he's going to be hung up to dry, as they say in Resurgent Plate Racing. Skylar Harris closing back in on Joshua Collard. He's going to want the lead back. 11 down in the books, 19 to go here at the Camping World RV 300 at Kansas. And now Skylar Harris starts inside that 22 car. Riding along with Skylar Harris in the 22 car. Falling right behind Joshua Collard. And riding along with Skylar Harris, he takes the lead in number 22 car. So Skylar has to lead back, but for how long? Because Roy Vanderby in the 54 car dives inside. And Collard's going to squeeze in between Roy Vanderby and the 19 of Jack Richards. Roy driving for Kyle Busch Motorsports in that 54 Monster Energy Drink Toyota. And so far looking pretty good here today at Kansas. It's still having that 5-car train going on. We'll make that a 6-car train now. 7-car train actually for the lead. It's going to be a wild scramble here when we get to the checkered flag. But we're approaching the halfway mark of this race there. 14 down, 16 to go. Laps over 100. It's clicking off laps over 186 miles per hour. Natalie Hernandez had the fastest lap at over 187. Down, 15 to go here in the Camping World RV 300. Joshua Collard is going to try to make this move again another time on Roy Vanderview, but nothing doing, says Roy. Because I remember the race, remember the race at Nashville Fairgrounds. Roy Vanderview and Joshua Collard had a battle for the win the whole race. Even though Collard led the whole thing, Roy Vanderview kept bumping and banging all over Joshua's back bumper. Just could not get by him. And now Roy's kind of telling Joshua to put yourself in my shoes there on that night at Nashville. But Joshua's not going to have it. He's going to try to get around Roy whatever it takes. After all, we are down in the late going here in the Camping World RV 300. Tim Waycross in the 27 car, the Castrol GTX Chevrolet for Bruco Motorsports. He's making his way through the field too. He's up in the 4th spot. And whoa, Collard makes a trying to make a 3 wide, but inside of Roy Vanderview. Roy thought better of it, but Joshua's not backing up. He backing off. And Collard now is in the second place. And Roy's dropping down to third, maybe down to fourth now if Charles Jackson gets by him. Indeed he will, but... Or maybe not, though. Tim Waycross in 27 is trying to push Roy Vanderview back past Charles Jackson. But Charles takes third, but now meanwhile, Joshua Collard wants that lead back in a 13 car. Joshua knows that they're down to closing in on 10 laps to go. It'll be 11 to go this time, by as a matter of fact, though. And now Charles Jackson, he's starting to become a player here. He's up in the third spot now. Eric Matthews in the 3 car up to 4th place. Sam Young in 5th in the 30 car for Turner Motorsports. Ed Gardner for Nemco Motorsports runs in 7th. I think. Might be even 6th. Let's see. Ed Gardner, Roy Vanderview, and Tim Waycross have been hung out the high side. Gardner has been clocked at 6th place. And here comes Charles Jackson diving inside of Joshua Collard. Joshua says nothing doing, buddy. But Charles moved Joshua up the track here. Here comes Charles Jackson in 5. Diving inside that Texler Chevrolet. Moving inside of Joshua Collard as he sticks Jenny Joe up high. And Charles goes down low. Eight laps to go here at Kansas. And now poor Joshua Collard stuck up high now, and he's going to get freight train on the inside. Maybe back down to about maybe 6th place, maybe even 7th place if this keeps up. But Skylar Harris has held off every challenge so far in that 22 car. But Charles Jackson, he's wanting that lead bad. He's wanting that lead bad. He wants to go for the win. So does Eric Matthews in the 3 car. 3 wide back there for position. And Nicholas Guerrero shoved Jack Richards up high in that 19 car. And Richards dives down low and yeah, Joshua Collard just still stuck up high in that 13 car. There's no letting him back in. And Jenny Joe is all alone up high. Five laps to go here at Kansas. And that time by, Collard got dropped down from 2nd to 11th in this race. Hoping to get himself back in the top 10 positions. But here comes Eric Matthews, goes into 2nd place now. Here comes Ed Gardner. He's going to go into 3rd position, I should say, excuse me. So far, Skylar Harris held off every challenge in this last half of the race. How much longer can he hold on? I tell you, Eric Matthews, he's giving it a good shot though. He's moving up on Skylar right now. Dodge in 1st and a Chevrolet in 2nd. Toyota 3rd, Chevrolet in 4th, and another Chevrolet in 5th. Now with Natalie Hernandez, she's been impressive so far here today at Kansas. As Natalie makes her way in the top 5 spot now in the Grind Boss Chevrolet number 36 for Tommy Baldwin Racing. But Nicholas Guerrero at number 60 Fastenal Ford wants to change that in a blink of an eye. Charles Jackson's moved back just a little bit. Oh, Eric Matthews pulling up on the back bumper of that 22 car. Here comes Matthews. Eric Matthews in second. Skylar Harris out front. Matthews stops inside. He moves Skylar up the track in turn number 2. Here comes Eric Matthews. Car number 3 to the inside. Sam Young in the 30 going for second. But Skylar again throws the block. Coming to start finish line now. The white flag waves one more lap remaining at Kansas. Who is it going to be in the Camping World RV 300? Will it be Skylar Harris or Eric Matthews in victory lane? Matthews closing right in on Harris as they come out of corner number 2 now. Harris eyes the third turn now. Here comes Matthews trying the inside lane. Nothing doing for Eric Matthews. And the Camping World RV 300 will belong to Skylar Harris. Car number 22 wins today at Kansas. Roger Penske Racing. Here, Penske Racing gets his very first, gets a win here today. Eric Matthews tried everything in the world. I thought he had it with two to go. I thought he had the lead. Sam Young in third, fourth place to Natalie Hernandez, fifth to Nicholas Guerrera. Ed Gardner sixth, seventh I believe was Jack Richards, I think, wasn't it? Yeah, Jack Richards was seventh. Mitchell Jones came in ninth. Charles Jackson came home 8th, and Joshua Collard finishes in 10th place. There's the average speed of the race: 185, 347. March victory relatively close, .087. As Skylar Harris takes the win here today at Kansas Speedway. Eric Matthews comes home second. We gave you the top 10 for you in today's event. 11th was Ricky Falcon, 12th Cole Dally, 13th Dale Keselowski, Dion Scott, the pole sitter 14th, Derek Henderson 15th, and Jerry Guerrero, Tim Gardner, Logan Wilson, Adrian Becker, and Joseph Bryant, the top 20. In the race, Lisa Shears, our outside pole sitter, comes in the 21st position. Samuel Mills 28th in the race here today. It's not what he wanted for the points. There's the rest of the finishing order here. John Waycross bringing up the rear in 36th place in today's event. No retirees, which is uncommon here lately. But for Skylar Harris, he gets a big win there today at Kansas Speedway. Didn't exactly nose one out, so I don't know what he's talking about. 5 races remaining here for the season. Samuel Mills has a 13-point lead on Logan Wilson. Skylar Harris 22 back in third. And that win for Skylar Harris was his 5th of the season. So he's been racking them up here this season here at the FedEx Nationwide Series. Tim Waycroft 68 back in 4th. And Lisa Shears 110 back in 5th. Joshua Collard 131 back in 6th. So 6 cars relatively in the hunt for the championship with 5 races remaining, so it's not over yet. Going to be a dogfight here. Nicholas Guerrero is currently 7th, Dion Scott 8th, 9th, Natalie Hernandez, and 10th place in the points is Joseph Bryant. And then Ricky Falcon currently in 20th place in the points, not bad for the unsponsored number 40 team. And then there's the rest of the order right now in the points. Some of your big names down there. Adrian Becker, she's not having a good season. 32nd place. Ryan Acosta, 33rd. Dylan Young, 34th. That's not good by his standards at all. Seth Cole, 27th. Just a lot of big names down there in the points chase there, to say the least. Next race on the tour will be at Charlotte, the NASCAR on Speed 300. Don't miss it.